Sorry, we've just gone live. You have been running for how many days? We're on. We're live. Were you just doing a countdown then, Matthew, of how many days you've been running for?
1,375 today.
1,000. Right. So, hello everybody. Good evening. First of all, it's a Tuesday. Don't normally do this on a Tuesday. Tuesday night.
Well, it'd take me a long time if I did. It'd take me a long time because day 1,375.
We are streaming live on Sip and Share page, which loads of people here won't know what that is. And we are streaming on the Wigan Runner. So hi Matthew. Hi.
Oh, it's frozen.
Oh no, we're not having sound delays, are we?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? Right. Matthew, if you can't hear me, leave and come back again. I've just removed Matthew for a second. Technology. The ones of technology. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to add Matt back in a second. My name is Kate Carney from Sip and Share. We are Craft Spirits Review Hub. I'm going to add you back in, Matt, in a second. And we've got a membership squad. We've got lots of exciting things. And we're here chatting with Matthew now.
3,
2, 1. Can you hear me, Matt? There is a delay. Let's drink some gin whilst we wait. See what Matt says. Right, Matthew, leave and come back. We just worked a second ago. Leave and come back.
Are we live?
We are live. We are live.
Yeah, can you? It's just gone really quiet. Don't know why. It's gone super quiet.
We can all hear you. Everybody can hear you perfectly well. Like this.
Are we on?
Yeah. We're live. We're streaming. Hi, everybody. Hi. Right. What brings us here together today?
Okay. Yeah. Super. It's just gone really quiet. I can only just hear.
Right. You leave, and then come back. Let's see if I can.
I've never done this before.
Okay. Right. Just bear with me. Let me see.
Try my headsets.
Try your head. I'm going to remove it. I've taken it out. Right. Hi. Turn up the volume, Matt. I know. It was working perfectly a second ago. So for those that don't know us, hi, everybody. Nice to see some familiar names from Sip and Sharers, from the Sip and Share squad, from our membership squad. We're here chatting with Matt, and we're going to talk about running. I'm going to add him back in a second. Running. We're going to talk about running. We're going to talk about charity. We're going to talk about gin. And we're going to talk about how we can help give money to charity, which is a little thing we're going to do tonight. So, cheers. Hi, Rita. Let's see. Is he coming back? Can he hear me? Can we both lip read? We are going to try our best. Together we are invincible. Let's see. Let's try him again, shall we? Got half an hour. Can you hear me? Well, maybe everybody, because I know everyone can hear me and everyone can hear Matt when he talks. So maybe we should, Matt and I should both do what we're really good at, which is Matt should run on camera and I should drink gin and talk about gin on camera. How about that? Just like do some sort of...
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Right. So this is the weirdest situation ever. This is the first time in 6 months. Hi, Rachel. Using my new straw, part of the membership squad discount. Yeah. Right. So the point of tonight was to have a chat with Matt, learn about these charities. Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not late. I'm actually not late, even though it appears that I am late. I was early. I was on at 5 to 8.
I see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write. Here we go. Let's make a little note here. Let's get some paper. Let's do this. I'm gonna write. Tell us about why you run.
Can you hear me? I don't know what I should be. What are the rules?
Talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't see anything.
Okay, right. We are gonna. Everybody can hear Matt. Everybody can hear me. There is obviously a delay. Matt's not been on the gym. He's just been on a run. He's just been doing his running. Yes.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, good. I didn't know if you could, and there's no delay now.
Good. Talk. We can hear you, Matt. So, everyone's wondering. We know he can read. We know he can write. Tell us about why you run, Matthew.
Shall I go off and then on again? Shall I go off and then on again?
Yeah, go.
No. Okay. I feel like I don't know what's going on.
Right, I have removed Matt from the camera. I've kind of taken the power into my own hands. I don't know what's happening. This is ridiculous. So let me introduce Sip and Share. Let me introduce Sip and Share. I can see you and Jane. The Sip and Share is a hub whereby we review gins, we get extra special discount on gins and distillers from across the UK, and we do regular stuff for charity. So at our launch party, I'm going back to Matt, launch party a few weeks ago, we gave 150 quid to a charity. And for everyone that joins our membership squad tonight, we are giving 50p from every pound. Everyone that joins, it costs a quid. We're going to give it to charity. Let's see if we can get him back in. Right. Matt. You there? He's gone. He's coming back. Yeah, bloody technology, Stacey, isn't it? So the whole point of tonight was to learn about Matthew, learn about his running, introduce, because Gin has brought us together because he's done a competition for Hogmore Distillery, who are one of my partner distilleries, Bryn's Gin. Big love of Bryn's Gin, Hawkins Distillery. So he's been doing competitions, and I spotted them and I went, I don't like running, but I do like gin, and I reckon we should have some good fun on camera, which was going really well until we then went live. It's very strange. So what Matt and I have agreed is that anybody who joins our membership squad, which costs £1, I'm going to give 50p to charity, and I'm going to give it to Matt's charity. Let's try his back. I'm going to give it to the charity he's running for, which is a dodgeball thing. Right, hello.
Are we live? You're louder now.
We're live and I can hear you.
It's working.
Oh my God. Tell us about, just tell us about why you run. Come on, I've introduced me. I've introduced you. Tell us about why you run. Tell us what you do.
Okay, I just have to say first though, I'm late again and it's not my fault. Everyone knows me for being late, but this time I was early. It's just technology's let us down. Pen and paper never fails. If you've got a working pen, you don't have to worry about technology, do you? But anyway. It feels good now to be connected. So, okay. So I started running on the 1st of January 2017. I've just already run. I got it in just before we started 8 o'clock tonight. So I can say now I've run for 1,375 days in a row. I'm still not a natural runner, I've got to add. I'm just a normal person. And you're doing things with your hands and this. Does that mean there's a delay again?
No, there's no delay. Keep going.
Your voice has gone off.
There's no delay. I'm going to ask you some questions about why you're running all this time. Why have we done this? Why are we bothered?
Okay. So I planned to run for 31 days in a row. I set myself a challenge at the start of the year in January, 5K or more every day. And I was raising money for the Odd Balls Foundation then. And then on day 28, obviously going through the aches and pains, my body wasn't used to it. And someone who I worked with at the time bet me £20 I couldn't get to 50 days. So then my mindset was focused on winning that £20. And then in between day 28 and day 50, I started volunteering at a charity in Wigan that was called Helping the Homeless. And basically, self-explanatory really, helping the homeless, giving them food, shelter, someone to speak to, but they didn't have a van. So on Wednesday nights when we met in Wigan, people brought their own food, used the back of the cars, the boot, and it was getting the cars roughed up. So they said, would you carry on running every day and try and raise us £2,500? So I said yes, without really knowing what I was getting myself into. I thought it might take another 10 days, 20 days, something like that. But then I promised not to stop until we got to 2,500. Fast forward a few weeks. At the time, I was just using my own Facebook page to document my run every day. By the way, I have to let you know I'm known for rambling, so if I ramble too much, just
right.
stop me.
Okay.
Am I rambling?
No, keep going. It's lovely. It's nice.
So on day 80, one night before work, so I worked nights at the time. I was running through Wigan, and I felt something hit my back. I usually wear these big headphones, and I felt something hit my back while I was listening to music. And then a car drove past and saw someone getting back inside the car, and they'd thrown an egg at my back, so it really hurt as well. But that's another story. So anyway, so I put a post on my social Facebook page before I went to work, and then people were texting me through the night and in the morning. I saw it all, and it had been like shared thousands of times.
Wow.
Because I've been egged, and everyone was coming up with these egg jokes like "excellent, eggtastic, you're exaggerating," stuff like that. And then the BBC called me, a few radio stations called me, the local news called me, and then I can't remember if it was the BBC or it might have been Rock FM. They asked me what I called myself, and I said, well, my name's Matthew Melling, but I said, well, I'm from Wigan and I'm a runner, so the Wigan Runner. So it was that easy. It just felt natural to come out, and from that point on, I think more people now know me as the Wigan Runner rather than Matthew Melling. So I created an account, a page on Facebook,
yeah.
And then it's just all gone from there. I don't really use my own Facebook anymore. So on sorry, someone's trying to ring me about fundraising there. So on day 187, we raised £2,500 for this van that was started talking about 10 minutes ago. And we had people donate, I think, from, was it 6 different countries as far as Australia as well. And it was a phenomenal achievement. Everyone came together, and then we bought this van to help the homeless in Wigan. And again, if you're still on track with the numbers and stuff, I felt myself like going through a transition in this period up to that, where every day my priority, my purpose almost, was becoming a fundraiser more so than anything else. So still now when people ask me what my occupation is, I don't know what to say, because if you're on a website and you have to toddle down what job occupation, I don't know if it says what I do as something you would say. So my actual job now, I guess, is a fundraiser and runner, if that makes sense. But I've found a way to run every day. 25 different countries we've run in, 4 different continents, I think: Europe, Asia, Australasia, and North America. We've raised £32,000 for charities and community projects. I've done some that are national, but I try my best to do things that are in Wigan and Greater Manchester area. So at the moment, I'm raising money for my dodgeball team, Wigan Dodgeball Warriors. It's appearing on the screen back to front. So Wigan Dodgeball Warriors, there you go. Can you see that? It's gone off, so I can't hear your voice again.
No, we can keep going.
Wigan Dodgeball Warriors. So it's a children's team that I coach, and we've qualified for the next Dodgeball World Cup, which is in Cairo, Egypt. It was meant to be this summer, but it's now next summer. We need to raise about £18,000 to take a team of children to represent Wigan in England. And so far we've raised just over 14,000. My hair was really long a few weeks ago, and we shaved it off. and we raised over £110 from the generous people as well on my page, which was fantastic.
Amazing.
And no.
So I've got to ask, the egg, hard boiled, soft boiled, raw, what was it?
I think it was raw because it went all over my back. I showed a picture of it. I should have sent it you beforehand, actually, because maybe you could do enough special things where you click a button and it goes on the screen or something. But I've actually still got it upstairs if you want to see it, that jacket. I've kept it. I love it now. For me, it means a lot because that was the first jacket I got from Nike, and I never knew if I was going to get any more. So I was so angry when it happened. But now I look back on it and I wish I could thank that person that did it.
Well, that's what I was just going to say, is that what started as kind of a bit of a bet, and your focus has then turned into a passion and something that's fueling you. And actually that trigger of someone throwing an egg has kind of angered everybody and fueled this thing. And we're now on day 1,375. Okay, so we do a lot of running. We've gathered that. And by we, I'm going to run on your coattails and take your running vibe and maybe work it into my own. And maybe I could pass my gin drinking and gin review vibe over to you. So what have you got in your glass?
Yes, so I'm carry on doing this. I never thought I'd be doing slides. It's so cool. So I've got Hogmore Distillery. So this incredible one, what Pauline sent me. I'm almost at the end. Pauline, if you're watching this, please send me another bottle. So we love this. So I should have demonstrated to everyone what it does. So it's blue, but then when you put it in the glass and you mix it, it goes purple. So it's like a bubblegum taste. Sound like a connoisseur, don't I? So I'm really not.
Well, a couple of things there. So on the subject of charity and dodgeball and Hogmore, so Hogmore at Sniff and Share, Hogmore are one of our distillery partners, and they're actually in our membership squad this month for 20% off. And we've just given to their charity. So we sponsored from our launch party, which was on the 26th. They've got a charity, Charlie's Angels charity, that they raised the money for. We gave 45 quid to them as a result of a thank you for them being part of our partnership. So all of this charity and gin and goodness, and as well as the running, is all coming together. And so people can donate, right, and help you raise money for Dodgeball Warriors to get you over to Cairo. Is
Wigan
that right?
Dodgeball Warriors.
Wigan Dodgeball Warriors.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah. So basically, I think the GoFundMe, if someone Googles Matthew Melling or the Wigan Runner, Wigan Dodgeball Warriors, it'll come up with the GoFundMe link. Should be on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook page at the top. And we do lots of fundraising together. It's not just me that's raised that money. It's the whole team, the parents as well. There's a lot of us that's done it all together. And we've been doing it now for about 14 months, I think, fundraising. We had a sports person's dinner in Wigan. We had two Wigan legends, Jenny Meadows, which is a real athlete, a real runner. She came second at the Olympics in Beijing. Oh, sure. And Sean O'Loughlin, who's a Wigan legend, he's the Wigan Warriors rugby league captain. Might be part of the reason why we're called Wigan Dodgeball Warriors, so I like rugby league and Wigan.
So, tell us, when is the Cairo trip planned that we're definitely going to?
Well, it was supposed to be July this year, but obviously it's been cancelled, rescheduled. So we still don't know the exact date, but we're hoping it'll be July next year when it was meant to be this summer, providing things are all back to normal and Egypt isn't on the quarantine list.
So I have just said that I'll give 50p to anybody who joins to this charity. So let's try and get these kids and you. That's a cool trip to Cairo. For anyone who joins the membership squad, we will give 50p out of the £1 membership fee to Dodgeball Warriors. Let's get you over there. So you're drinking gin credible. Did you drink Bryn's gin? Because I think it was Bryn's gin from Hawkins Distillery. Have you tried that?
Yeah.
Are you a gin?
Yeah, I've got that day need. Can I get that out? Do you want me to get it out?
Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, show it off.
Pardon? Hold on a second. Not come prepared.
Getting out is.
I've got my own bar down here now. So yeah, this is the Brit. So if we're talking about taste, I might say something where I sound stupid because I'm not used to the right words to use and stuff. But this one, I love them both, but this one has like a black pepper taste to it. Does that make sense? What I found. And what I love about these gins, where if I don't listen to anyone else or read about it first, when you taste it for the first time, it's a big surprise, isn't it? And they all taste different. And I never imagined that gin could be like that they could all have a distinctive taste. I just thought, like, when I was in my teens and my 20s, it was always Smirnoff vodka because it was the cheapest one. And then you never really imagined vodkas having a different taste. But with gins, I get it now more than ever about the different flavour and how the fruits go with them and, you know, what you can mix up and stuff.
Oh, there's a whole look. My gin cabinet is now 160 strong, so there's a
wow.
And that's since I think there was 20 at the beginning of lockdown. And,
wow.
Yeah, I know. Occasionally, my husband says, "Do you realise there's some of these have been gifted to do my Friday night reviews, and some of them you've bought?" And I go, "We don't need to talk about between those two." So when you said you've been for a run today already, how far do you run? Do you run the same distance? Do you run the same route every day?
So it used to be 5K every day or more that I'd run. I've run 6 or 7 half marathons in this number as well. So whenever I've run those, I've always managed to run 5K the day after a half marathon, and those are some of the toughest ones. But during lockdown, I've changed it now because I haven't run 5K every day. I've just managed to keep running every day. So I don't want to say anymore that it's 5K every day because it's not. I've managed to run every day for 1,375 days. And there's been many tough ones through the injuries, illnesses, hangovers in the past. A couple of times that's been the case. But yeah, there's been lots of different things I can think of. Like when I travelled to Thailand and New Zealand, obviously when I went to Thailand, I think it was plus 7 hours, something like that. And then it was the next day. I had to run at 6 a.m. and it felt like it was late the night before. And that was in a thunderstorm. That was brutal. That was very brutal in the heat. I've run in Iceland. I ran in Reykjavik. That was, I think, -17.
Love Reykjavik. Love Iceland.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Amazing.
It's just a bit expensive, and I love cheap. So that was the only problem there. There was no escaping the prices. But yeah, I've run in 25 different countries, and I run a lot in Poland because I work with Gdansk. Have you been to Gdansk, the city? No. Definitely go. I should say that because I'm an ambassador for them, so you've got to go there. So well, don't go at the moment because I have to go in quarantine. Yeah. But after that, go.
So where I know I was going to ask you, is running now something that you need to do for like mental health and your own well-being, or is it still a love and a thing you want to do, or do you feel a sense of responsibility, or is it all of those things tied together?
I'm glad you said that at the end. It's all of those things put together. And the way life is at the moment for me, it sounds silly, but running is the easiest part because it feels like it's inbuilt in my mind and my body now to be able to do it, even if there's something wrong. Like I've had lots of trouble with my knee, my left knee, and I've had little things done to it to help me get through. But I know that I'm still capable of doing it as long as I've got 2 legs. So for me, it's amazing that someone goes to a 9-to-5 job now and sits in traffic for an hour before they sit down at a desk all day, before they go in an hour's traffic before they get home as well. That's more amazing than running every day. But to them, that's normal because they've done it before.
The way you have just articulated how kind of natural it is for you to do running is honestly the same as me drinking premium craft gin. Like,
yeah, good. Like it.
And the ability to swallow and some ice and gin. It's like my duty. I need it for my mental health. I need it for my physical health. All of these things tied together. So where in the world do you want to run? Like, where is there a place that you think?
So That's a really good question, and it sounds a little bit cheesy me saying this, but my favourite place so far is Wigan because they mean a lot to me through living there all my life. But like there's a place called Mains Park in the DW Stadium. I've run to the DW Stadium a lot, and there's a statue of a man called Dave Whelan, who's a famous footballer from Wigan. I've run in Philadelphia to the Rocky statue, the art museum. That was good, but it wasn't as good as the one in Wigan. But we've got Queenstown was amazing in New Zealand. That one I'll probably never do again, even though in the back of my mind I want to believe that I will. That was just like a fairy tale winter wonderland. That was special. But I want to run. I want to run in every continent. One of my goals this year was to run in Africa, which was going to happen in the summer in Cairo, and also in South America. So that was my big plan, to run in those continents as well. And then I would have only had Antarctica, but obviously that's going out the window. So hopefully I'm going to try and do that next year. I want to run in North Korea. I've got this thing about where the BBC tell us how bad it is and how crazy, but they've no crime as far as we know, and it looks, I want to go there and make my own opinion of what it's like. And without going into politics in too much detail, I just think we rely so much on the news to kind of imprint in our minds what we should think about something, rather than having the opportunity to have our own opinion. And everything about North Korea is shaped for us. I don't know anyone that knows anyone that's been that can tell me what it's like. So I want to be that person to say what it's like to run in North Korea.
I think that's got BBC Wigan Runner drama documentary written all over.
So Wigan to Pyongyang.
Yeah, so North Korea is on the hit list. So before we finish, we're getting some lovely comments. Kerry has said, keep your soul going, Matt. Those feet and legs will follow. What an inspiration you are to many people each and every day. Enjoy your gin. Chin chin. Thanks, Kerry. That's a kind thing to say.
Oh, thanks, Kerry.
Our gin. Thank you. So you said at the beginning.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you sponsored by Nike?
Say again?
Are you sponsored by Nike? Your tick?
Yes. So I'm sponsored by Nike, Plantronics, which was the earphones that I had in before, but they didn't work, and Polar as well, my watch. But I'm really blessed because I've got three. I've got another company that I'll be announcing soon that I'm working with. I'm really lucky because I've had sponsors that have stood by me through lockdown as well that are local. Northwood's actually, in fact, one of my sponsors, and they support the dodgeball team as well. Hetworth and All Opticians, My Eyes, and Elite Performance Sports Massage, who is someone who's kept me going. That's a big part as well that David's helped me through. So I'm incredibly blessed. I never imagined before this journey started that I would be saying that I'd be associated with companies like that on this journey. So I'm really lucky. And the competitions that I run as well. That's why we're having this conversation right now. From a gin company contacting me and asking me if I'd run a competition for them, which was Tiger Gin. I don't know if you've ever had that one. And then it started from there. And then I worked with Hogmore, Hawkins. We've got others lined up as well. And if any other gin companies want to contact me, want me to run a competition, I can do. But yeah, it's a journey. What we were saying before about occupation, I think of it as a journey, and I'm proud of riding it, if that makes sense. But I'm just trying to do the best that I can and do what I can for communities, especially ones close to Wigan. And if I can motivate someone along the way from this, if there's anything anyone can take, is if I can do it, anybody can. Because I'm just an ordinary guy. If I stood up now, you'd see how fat I was, and you'd think he can't run every day if he's overweight. But it's true. If I can, then anyone can. I should be super slim, but I'm not. But I can still run. So that's it.
Do you know what?
Cheers.
Cheers, indeed. Maybe Sip and Share needs to get involved in this. Maybe we need to find a way that I can, bring gin to the masses and support you in gin sponsorship in some way. Let's have that conversation at some point.
I love that word sponsorship. That's what else keeping me going at the moment. So if we could do that, I would love that. I go into schools as well, that I forgot to mention. that started about a year and a half ago. The BBC did an interview with me. I got a phone call from the BBC Out of the Blue one day. They did an interview and about my journey. If you search on the internet, there's lots of videos I've done with the BBC and Lad Bible. And a school asked me to go in, and then lots of other schools asked me to go in. And that's been the main thing on this journey for the last 18 months until lockdown. So I've not been able to go in any. So the competitions that I'm running at the moment, as well as my sponsors and the running, has become the main thing, if that makes sense.
And I bet that I think, I mean, are you teaching kids do you teach people how to run?
Yeah. So basically, I go into a school, I talk about my journey, and it's exactly what I just said to you. I like saying to the children, look at me, if I can run every day, you can. So I talk about my journey, how this has become my life. And then I talk about Wigan Dodgeball Warriors and what it's done for the children's life on the team. And then I like to show them what they can do. I love it best because when you go into a school, there's always someone who runs really fast, and there's always someone at the back who's afraid of running. And I don't think I was one of the ones at the back. I was probably ones in the middle when I was at school. But it's easy to overlook children who might be low on confidence when they're at that age. And if you can install it into them at that young age that they can do whatever they want, I feel dead cliche what I'm saying, but it's true. If you can install that into someone's mind, if I had that installed when I was a kid, I think I would be doing this now 10 years ago. And that's my only regret with this journey, that this didn't start 10 years ago. And when I go into a school, I try and tell children they can be whatever they want to be, whether it's a runner, an artist, in the army, anything. And yeah, I guess motivational speaker, I guess, I don't know.
No, I love that because I can echo some of that. I have I go in and do some stuff with kids in school and colleges around entrepreneurship and running your own business, which I've had for 4 years, and how you can build your own business and build your own brand and do your own thing. And so it's in the same vein. And actually, I remember I didn't have that. I remember when one of my daughters is 8. At 8 years old, nobody was talking to me, or 8 to 16, about actually your own business and you're doing your own thing and what that looks like. So I can completely understand that, and I bet the kids absolutely love it. When you say, "Oh, I've been running for 1,375 days," yeah, I was thinking yesterday. If you said it yesterday. So that's an amazing achievement, and actually something that they can't quite get their head around. And then when you talk them story, they might be like, wow,
they can see it's possible.
Exactly. So you're raising money for Wigan Dodgeball Warriors, and I think, like many people, the only thing they know about dodgeball is the film Dodgeball. So we'll post the link so that's all on your socials, and I will post the link in this chat thread to your feed, to your charity, the GoFundMe page, and also do what I said. Around anyone that signs up tonight for the membership will give half of their fee to that same charity. No, that's my pleasure. That's some charity, and doing good stuff, and how business and charity work together is very, very close to my heart, and it's something that for lots and lots of reasons, like you have lots of reasons why you do what you do, how those two things can work together in harmony is something I'm very passionate about. So we'll let everybody get on with their evening. You need to, I'm only going to say that you need to shower because you told me that you need to shower. Not me passing comment. You're going to finish your gin. I've been drinking this tonight. This is the Cheshire Distillery. So you're over in Wigan. These are our really small distillery, who have given us 20% off their gin. Cracking gin, as you can see. I've done quite a lot of it in about a week. And thank you to everybody. Oh, Andy's asked a question. Have you ever run?
Yeah. Wow. Andy Knox. It's Andy. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I've not mentioned Andy. Hi, Andy. It's been ages. So I forgot to mention Andy, my Uncle Harry. How long have you got? Because I could talk for 10 minutes now.
You got 4 minutes. Go on, hit us with
4 minutes. Okay. Right. So, long story short, my Uncle Harry, who is 100, is the oldest ex-submariner alive in the country. So he served in the Second World War in Atlantis and Tuna. And if you Google online, which is courtesy of Andy Knox, if you Google Harry Melling meets Prince William, in November 2018, my Uncle Harry was invited to meet Prince William at Covent Gardens in London on the week before Remembrance Sunday. So long story short, my Uncle Harry was attacked at his front door at his home in October 2017, so it's actually 3 years ago. And I put a post again, parasocial media. I put a post on my Uncle Harry afterwards showing him happy, and I wanted it to get round to the person that had done it so they could see that they hadn't taken away his pride. And Andy Knox Andy always goes mad at me if he gets wrong, but I think he's an ex-chief warrant submariner officer. It's a very important role. And Andy got in contact with us. And when I was really dubious at the time, thinking, who is this guy? He came to meet my Uncle Harry, and he was who he said he was. So he's from the Royal Navy, and he gave him a few gifts from the Navy. They give a bottle of rum to people when they've served 30 years, and they didn't do that when my Uncle Harry was in the Navy. And then they've treated my Uncle Harry like an absolute, I can't put into words how well. We all appreciate key workers, don't we, given what's happened over the last 6 months and emergency services, but the Navy is something that we just take for granted, that is out there protecting us. I've seen in Ellenborough in Scotland what's happening every day, the protection, the level of security. My Uncle Harry's been invited to all these fantastic events, and the Command Warrant Officer Submariners or Submarines. So there we go, Andy, we've got it. But Andy has been fantastic with my Uncle Harry. They've been so good to him and me and the family. And it was my Uncle Harry's 100th birthday on the 18th of April, and he got messages from people all over the world. He's in a care home now, but I think he got 780 cards from people all over the world. Right. Uncle Harry was on the news as well, and he's the man of the world to me. And thank you, Andy. Thanks for commenting.
Oh, that's such a lovely story. And Andy, and now I don't know what Andy looks like, and I'm happily married, but Andy sounds hot, like all this kindness coming out of him and like the Navy thing.
He's not hot. He's not good looking.
How did you what an amazing story, and happy birthday to your Uncle Harry, who's 100. Like, that's amazing. Yeah. Of all the
18th of April. So he's in a care home at the moment, so obviously I can't see him every day. I've not actually seen him now for 3 weeks and 5 days, which is the longest I've not seen him for about 10 years. So I've got a reminder on my phone at 4 o'clock every day where I ring them to speak to him if I can. But if you actually look on my page, the background cover was when me and Uncle Harry ran the Wigan Half Marathon together. That's what that is.
That's him.
Yeah, so we raised money. We raised money then for a charity called We Remember Submariners. And that was March 2019. I think we raised about, was it 1,500? There's that many different ones, I can't remember the figures, but we raised a lot, and that was phenomenal. That was the best run I've had in 1,375 so far that day with Uncle Harry.
Matt, this is my heart is kind of singing, and I know I'm not the only one because there's lots of people. Oh, Pauline's here from Hogmore. Hi, Pauline. Hi, lovely. My heart is singing hearing all this amazing stuff, and all I can say is I definitely want to find a way that Sip and Share can support you and that we can do stuff, because I also run a mental health platform for the NHS, and I know how important mental health is and how physical exercise helps mental health. And I joke about gin being one of my resources to help, but we all have busy lives and families and jobs and entrepreneurial stuff, and I think Rachel has said the same thing. Rachel's one of in the membership squad, that it's just making our hearts sing. So you and I definitely need to, well, I know we're going to anyway, have a conversation outside of this about more stuff like this.
I want to say as well, Kate, when this is all over and my Uncle Harry can come out to the care home, I sometimes take him out for a drink or for a drive. We'll organise something where I'll put my Uncle Harry on camera, because he'd love you. He loves females. He is a dog in a good way, a good dog. But he has this way with women where he thinks that he can speak to them in Uncle Harry's way. Let's put it that way.
And you know what? That is going to not only be wonderful, but it's also going to make up for the disappointment that Andy Knox isn't fit. So
sorry, Andy, I don't find you attractive.
So yeah, each to their own. As long as you've got a good heart, that's the most important thing. Right, that was such lovely stories. So nice, Matt, to hear those amazing things. And I will make sure that I share the link to your page for Dodgeball on the Sip and Share page. And I will make sure I share it with the membership squad so they've all got the opportunity to donate should they want to, because I know that many of them have listened and enjoyed this evening. So thank you so much. Shall we say goodbye to everybody? I can see comments. Leave them to their evening. And bless Uncle Harry. Bless him. So let's say goodbye, Matt. You stay there. I'll stay there, but let's say bye to them a lot. Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. We keep going every day.
Keep ready.